I was very hard on myself. I was very angry at myself for not fitting in and for not being a certain way. And um, yeah, just I did not like myself. I didn't like the reflection in the mirror, and me not liking the reflection in the mirror obviously affected my confidence, my self-esteem, everything. So in turn, I also didn't like the choices that I was making, which made me not only hate the reflection, but hate the person that I was with at the end of the day.
The choices you're making.
Yeah. I think insecurity leads you to do things for validation that you otherwise wouldn't if you were secure in yourself, or if you respected yourself, or if you loved yourself.
Like relationship choices.
Relationship choices, lifestyle choices, anything.
What are some of those? So in the context of relationships, from doing this conversation with multiple people, I've started to sort of piece dots together around, if your self-esteem is lacking, you might become a people pleaser
Yeah.
in your work. So you might, be exploited by your work, and you might not get what you deserve in your job. Is there anything else that you've seen as a symptom or a consequence of having real low self-esteem that people might be able to relate to? Like for you,
So much. It's such a broad spectrum, because you can either turn into a people pleaser or you can turn into an insufferable. A people pleaser on the surface level, everyone loves a people pleaser. They want to please everybody. But the downside of a people pleaser is they want to please everybody. They have no boundaries with themselves or with other people. They don't respect their own boundaries. They don't respect others' boundaries. If they're people pleasing person A and what person B wants goes against what person A wants, they will find a way to please both of them. So a people pleaser also turns into someone who lies, someone who deceives, someone who is a habitual boundary crosser with themselves and with other people. Like there's a spectrum to it. I would say I was definitely a people pleaser. I also sought validation from people who's, looking back on it now, whose opinion I probably shouldn't have respected back then, let alone today. So that was a downside. Made a lot of choices that I can't take back. Porn being one of the biggest ones, but I feel like that wasn't even the first one. The first one was getting into a relationship that I never should have been in, with someone who was extremely abusive, extremely dangerous, in the sense that looking back on it and having the self-awareness and being able to call it what it was is grooming.